Have a drink.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. I'm not ready to do the K Rock hand yet. You got the.
This is the hand of K Rock, by the way, everyone. Hand of K Rock, please say hello. That's the hand of K Rock. Uh, so popped on here a couple minutes early just to because yesterday I was talking about the NASCAR. You know that the articles and stuff weren't written for the NASCAR race yet. Just taking a quick look again at the lineup that we have in place right here. Uh, Seems like everything's good to go. Kenseth isn't necessarily favorite, neither is Harvick. A lot of people are writing good things about Elliott and Di Benedetto. I just want to go back to Harvick following, his hot start and the run through the first two races. Bowman got some good words. No mention of Amarola. A lot of people were talking about Nemechek again. I don't know. I'm not gonna go back to him. I could make some changes in the lineup based on some of the words from the articles. But I'm just gonna stick with this, and we'll check in on it throughout the evening, see what happens, and and how things go. But yeah, I'm always hesitant to make a change. Uh, I'm always hesitant to make a change on a line that I've settled on beforehand, just because of what other articles might say. So we'll see what happens. Um, let's run through a quick review here. First of all, let's review our return to Bundesliga. Um, Back into the. Oh, hold on one second. It's one thing I forgot to look at. Um, um, okay. But you're right. So our return to Bundesliga. Um, Here it is again. Not great, man. Not great. Uh, we entered a small $1 tournament. Only 300 and some people. We only managed 57.92 points. You know, nobody hopped off the page. Uh, Definitely did not wind up in the money here. We were only in the mid 200s finishing range. So we've still got a lot to go in terms of figuring out the magic of Bundesliga. Um, so we'll stick with it until some of the other sports leagues start getting back up and running. Uh, if it starts to be a drain, if we're not being successful enough in any of the other leagues like the Korean and the NASCAR and all that, then we'll drop it. Um, I don't. At least right now, I'm just not getting a good grasp on who we want where. Um, so we'll see. We'll see where that goes. But let's also review our Korean lineups from last night. Remember, we were going with two lineups. And I did enter a $3 contest just for the mission rewards. Um, that's another thing too. Another note. I think that maybe tomorrow or I don't know tomorrow or Friday. I'm up to right now. I've got about 20 tickets, free tickets to entries. Yeah, for like a quarter and $1 and 10-cent leagues. So I might just do a stream maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, where we run through the process I follow when I'm entering a match. Because usually what I'll do is I'll save up somewhere until I get around 20, 30, tickets, something like that. And then I'll pick a contest where, oh, maybe you have a maximum of 20 entries, where you can. And then that's maybe a 25 cent tournament, or even a 10 cent, something like that, and just enter multiple lineups into it. I might add up. I think I've got a couple of dollar tournaments, 13 or so, 25 cent tickets, and then a few 10 cent tickets. I might hold on to them a little bit longer until I've got like a full 20 of whatever of either 10, 15, or 10, 10, 25 or a dollar. And then run through that stream for all y'all. Um, so here we go. We're gonna jump over to the KBO review now. This is our first team. This was in our dollar tournament. And this was the one where we said, hey, let's take some wyverns as a chance. They'll probably be pretty low owned. Um, and so we did. 113 points, not terrible, but not enough to make it into the money on that one. Not enough to make it into the money on that one. You can see that we did have a couple big time scores. LG, the Twins there at a big time explosion. Um, the Eagles, or no, sorry, the Lions. Big time numbers there. So that's probably a fairly unexpected one. So, but the Wyverns did not, as you can see. Um, now this one was interesting here. Kang, he apparently didn't start, but he came in and looks like he had a pinch hit 3-run home run. So I don't know if that's luck or what that is, but that's nice. When you get a contest or a player here where you've only got it looks like probably one at bat and hits a 3-run home run, gets 18 points, only 6.7% owned. Other than that, we went with Romack. He got an RBI and a base on balls. Not enough points for us, for a $5,500 player. Hernandez, okay, 6,016 points. We'll take it. Choi was walked 4 times. That's just not fair. That just sucks. $4,500, 8 points. Okay. The rest of the way down, Kim didn't play. That hurt us, obviously. Jung, again for the Lions, got an RBI. Pitchers did great. Like I said, our lock was going to be Despaigne here. 72% of the people were with us on that. And it looks like for good reason. I mean, they won in a shutout. He pitched 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, 4 hits, 3 walks. Hit one guy and got the win, so that's nice. And then on this one, I spent up and went with the big guy from the Dinos, just hoping that he would be able to get a win and maybe do a little bit of damage. And pretty good. 19 outs, 6 strikeouts, 2 base on balls. 6 hits is a little high. Only 2 earned runs, though. 21.5 points, basically. So that was good. Again, though, not enough to get us into the money. Our second lineup, though, in the $3 tournament, right here, a lot, again, Despaigne was our lock, 69%. It was worth it. And then on this one, I went down saved money. Remember, we talked a little bit about yesterday about either spending up or saving. And I went with Jung. At the 6,500, and it paid off. I mean, first of all, his team blew him out. He only gave up 3 earned runs, got 6 strikeouts, picked 6 innings, and got the win. 18 outs, meaning he picked 6 innings, pitched 6 innings, and got the win. So almost 20 points for a $6,500 pitcher. I'll take it. Again, we got the Kang here. Did not start, But he came off, hit that 3-run home run for the Dinos. You know, you can see on this one, I went with a Bears and Dinos stack. And Dinos got 10 runs, so I got, I had what? I had one, two, I had five of their players. So that was good for us. Kim for the Bears, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. No, not great for 57. Take it. Again, Fernandez stuck with him. We'll take that. Good one here, Park. You know, 3 hits, 3 runs, a home run, 2 RBIs, 26 points for $3,900. That's nice. Um, you know, money saver Kim 2,600. Got a hit. All right. Alter 5,200. 10 points, not bad. Da 4,400. That's annoying. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Had a little thing pop up on my screen here. There we go. Uh, and then Lee, a money saver at 2,900 in the outfield, only 5% owned. Comes up with 3 hits and 2 runs, 13 points. These are the ones. It's the guys like this right here. 2,900, 5% run. Sure, you gotta wind up grabbing the Parks, 20% owned. The Fernandez owned by half the league, scoring their 26 and their 18 and their 16 points. You need to have them. You know, you need to get them. But these guys right here, 5% owned, 13 points, only $2,900. That's going to give you, and then whether this was luck or just, hey, we were thinking that the Dinos might score a lot of runs, so we loaded up and he got in there and got lucky and got the hit. 18 points with only 7.2% owned. Can't complain about that. So this was the $3 tournament, 157 points. This was enough to get us $8. So we won back the 3 that it cost us to get in there. And it covered our Bundesliga disaster and our other our other baseball tournament for $1. And it paid for our NASCAR event, which is starting right now. So that this is the way to play it, man. This is the way to keep playing and keep on uh, 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 you keep yourself in the game and not have to invest more money. So now let's jump on over here. So thinking very quickly about uh, Bundesliga. Uh, it looks like they've got another 4-game slate on Saturday. So we'll look at there we go. And we'll look at reviewing that maybe Friday. Like I said, I'm not giving up on it at 100% yet. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Soccer's always been a tricky. Yeah, I know it's huge across the globe. But it's just so low scoring and so many ties and it's hard for me to get exactly what is the fantasy angle that we're looking to take here on it. But let's move on over to the upcoming slate of nothing on the slate tomorrow other than Korean baseball. Um, so we'll just run through. We'll touch base maybe a couple times tonight while we're going through Korean baseball and take a look at how things are going with the NASCAR race. We'll see how that goes. Um, there we go. All right, so now let's look at the KBO for tomorrow. So again, haven't looked at this yet today, so we'll be going through this for the first time together. I'll probably wind up doing two lineups again, seeing as how we had an $8 win last night. It looks like it's just gonna be two $1 lineups though. Um, so I'm not really thinking of. Yeah, I'm looking to rebuild some of my rewards categories on DraftKings by hitting the required daily missions, and today's daily mission is just a $1. Um, so no reason to go beyond that. All right, so looking at tonight's games again, this is the rubber match for everybody. Yeah, so let's see. We've still got the Bears playing the Wyverns. That has not paid off for us. Really on either side of that equation. You look at that matchup, and you'd think that should be high scoring all the way through, and really it hasn't. I mean, except for the Bears having a pretty decent first game against them in the matchup, it hasn't been the kind of output you'd expect. Now, is that going to hold through all three games, or is it the one wherever the Bears give up runs like they're used to, and the Wyverns score a few more, and the Bears, explode the way you'd expect them to against the Wyverns? I don't know. But let's start out with our pitchers and figure out who's going to be our lock of the day. Um, all right. Make sure that is not too loud for everyone. So, um, let's see what we got here. And if anybody's here for the first time, just speak up. Always looking for new followers. And any questions or comments, always open to engaging. So just let me know. But here we go. So looking at our pitchers, top guy on this slate is Hyung Jong Yang. He's pitching for the Tigers, going up against the Wiz. Let's take a look at him. All right, yeah. So 4 games started, 3 wins, uh, 1 loss, 21 innings pitched, 18 hits. Again, so he doesn't gives up less than a hit per inning. 16 strikeouts, 6 base on balls. Not terrible. Not terrible. Is he worth the price going against a team that has been uh, just just very successful recently in terms of putting runs on the board? Let's see, looks like he had a very poor opening day back on May 5th, and since then he has done pretty solidly. Last game he did great. Didn't give up any earned runs at all, with 5 strikeouts only 4 hits, so he definitely has been on an upswing. But is he worth it? 9,600. I don't know. Now we got our old friend Warwick. We got our old friend Warwick there. Uh, Pitching, and he has come through for us in the past. And that is the Eagles against the Twins. And the Eagles have been on a bit of a losing streak. They've lost 4 in a row, which it, most likely means the last time they won was when Warwick pitched. Um, and the Twins have won 3 in a row. So, you know, who else have we got? Then we've got Lee for the Bears. He's up there, but that's almost guaranteed to be because he is uh, pitching against the Wyverns. I mean, look at the. I mean, he's given up 6 runs, 8 runs, and 4 runs. So he is not. He is not that's asking a lot for 8,200. Uh, okay, and Sampson here. This is Adrian Sampson. He has not. Well, he did. He pitched one. No, he hasn't pitched here yet. But he is. This is going to be his debut, and he's been in the 2-week quarantine, coming over from America, and it looks like. Okay, yep. So they've said that he's gonna have a 50 pitch limit in his debut. He's gonna have a 50 pitch limit. Um, so $8,000. That's a lot for to be paying for only 50 pitches. Heck, that could be 3 or 4 innings right there. It could be less. So that's not great. Hmm. Then you got Kelly. So the Eagles. What did the Eagles do? Where are they? They lost, right? Yeah, right. The Eagles have been on a 4-game losing streak. Yeah. Hey, Tiki, how's it going? Uh, Running through my Korean baseball lineup here, and just let everyone know about the nightmare that is Bundesliga, German soccer. Um, but looking at making our yeah. I'll be getting together with Tiki and Ad Hoc later tonight on a Big Room Productions channel, or Big Room Entertainment. Uh, just shooting the shit and talking. Um, that'll be probably in an hour and a half, somewhere around there. Um, but yeah, so trying to figure out who our pitcher is going to be. Casey, let's take a look at Casey. Casey doesn't have the best ERA, that's for sure. 10 strikeouts, 3 walks, 14 innings pitched. Ah, boy. This is not the strongest pitching slate today. Um, I mean, if you're looking at who are the different teams playing, maybe you go with you like the possibility of the Bears at home against the Wyverns, but Lee is not. It's a lot of money to pay for that. And then you kind of look at Casey going against the Eagles. Mm. This is not a strong lock looking here for anybody. You might have to go up and look to grab old Warwick. I mean, come on. We've gone with him before. Warwick. His name is Warwick. So, last game he got a win. I mean, he's got 2 wins. Eagles have 7 as a team. 15 strikeouts. Man. So really, I think what you're looking at here is, are you looking at paying up for what looked like to be the 2 best pitchers, Yang and Warwick? 16 strikeouts, 6 base on balls. Are you looking to pay up for the 2 best pitchers playing against, one, a team that's knocking the ball around, and 2, pitching for a team that can't score? Do you go that way, or do you look to save money? I couldn't put my faith in Lee. I'd probably jump down to Kelly, pitching against Eagles since they can't score. Even though Kelly has not been, as we know, outstanding in any way. Let's take a look at his individual games. Well, see, I mean, here, look. Yeah, so he's had a terrible outing here in his opening. Then he pitched a pretty great game. 16 pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 24 points. And then he pitched an average game. Of everybody that's on the slate today, and then let's take a look at Kim real quick. Playing for the Dinos, we know how dominant they are. He has no wins. That's not. Yeah. When you're playing for a team that leads the league with 16 wins and 3 losses, and you're a pitcher, you got one of those losses and no wins. That's not something that you're gonna. I mean, he's only 6,300, right? He's only 6,300. He looked like he pitched at least a decent game right here on the 16th, giving up just 1 run. I think that we're gonna have to look at the lock being Kelly, going up against Warwick. He's saving us $1,600. The Eagles can't hit the ball. They haven't been able to hit the ball. So let's say we're looking at a lock at Casey Kelly. That's a great baseball name, by the way, Casey Kelly. So let's do that. Now, take a look at the hitters. I'm still tempted at a Wyverns Bears double stack. Um, everything in those in according to the two teams say it should be a high scoring game, and neither one of them have been high scoring games yet. Um, let's see. Obviously, you gotta look at the. Well, yeah, let's take another look at the pitchers real quick. The Dinos are pitching. The Dinos are playing against Jung. Against Daekyung-jun. And there is not a lot of information on him here. It looks like he has not pitched yet this year. Can we get any more information on this situation? Okay, so Jung did not throw a single pitch last year. He's 28 years old. He's a lefty. He pitched in the league from 2010 to 2017. He has a career 6.63 ERA. Strikes out only 12.9% of his opposing batters, and he walks 11.4%. So he walks people as often as he strikes them out. That's not good at all. Um, so that makes you want to look at definitely a Dinos stack similar to what we did yesterday. Um, and that came through for us. The Dino stack came through for us. So let's take a look at that. If we take a look at the Dinos, okay. So it looks like Hui Ji Yang has been moved off the day-to-day list, huh? Yep. So he's back in the lineup. So you gotta like him. Let's take a look at their batting order right now. Best base solo ever, by the way, right? All right. Anyway, uh, so if we look at the Dinos, and their current lineup, uh, yeah. So looking, one of the things that I think that we've all discovered here, uh, catcher is a tricky position in Korean baseball. Most of your catchers in the Korean baseball bat down to the very bottom of the lineup. It's hard to find anybody in the top part of the lineup, even in the top five top six are tough. They're all 7, 8, 9. Ouija Yang, he bats cleanup. And he's back now. So let's take a look at making him a lock. One of our big time, we want to make sure that we pick a few top hitters. Now I'd be looking at, Alter hasn't been necessarily great, but again, is he starting? Yeah, he's starting. It's odd that this guy bats 8th. 4 home runs. Yeah, he's only batting 262. He's not doing awesome. But he's got 3 homers in his last 8 games. So we'd like to see him. You don't like to see him batting 8th because that minimizes his chances for extra at bats. But let's say that we threw him in there, and we also took Sung Bum Na, who bats number 3, of course, and then leadoff hitter is Min Woo Park, right here, second base. So we could get him. That could be the start of a nice little stack. You jump over after your initial stack build, grab your second pitcher, and you could, what might not be a terrible idea is to take the 2 sides of the Twins Eagles matchup. Take Warwick and Casey. You're spending up for Warwick, you're getting the money there. So I'd say that would be an option. You could obviously jump up to Yang. And you could throw in with you could throw in with Kim too. If you're anticipating, if you look at the matchup, you're saying Kim is going against Jung, and it doesn't sound like Jung is he hasn't pitched in more than a year, and even when he was pitching, he had an over 6 ERA. You can't expect him to do a lot against the Dinos there. So maybe you look at that. I'd say you're looking at 2 options. You're looking at to pair up with Kelly. You're looking at Warwick, and you're looking at Kim. Let's say if you went with Kim here as money savers, you got 45.75 left to finish off your roster with your last 4 positions. That's a lot. That's a lot of money right there for your position players. Um, um, so so heck, yeah. Let's see. We could still get Fernandez in there as part of a Bears lineup. We could go with we could possibly double up a Dinos and Bears lineup like what we did yesterday that worked for us. Take a look at Fernandez. I mean, this guy. Look at this. He's batting 481. 481. He's only struck out 7 times. He's got 8 doubles, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. This guy is consistent. This guy's getting you points frequently. On a night like tonight, if you threw him in there at first base, you still got over 4K to finish off your lineup. That's pretty easy. Let's remove him, and let's look at the other thing. If we went with the double lineup, and went with both sides of the pitching duel here, went with Warwick. Then you're down to 3,900. So you're not looking at, if you threw in Fernandez there, you're down to 31, and then you're struggling. So you probably can't go Warwick and Fernandez in that kind of stack. You'd probably have to look elsewhere to save some money. So if you were staying away from the Bears, maybe you look at well, yeah, right here you've still got I don't know if you'd want to start any hitters in the game if you've got both sides of the pitcher. If you were, you'd probably go the Ramos. He's still only 3,700. Um, but as we've seen, he's hitting home runs, man. He's hitting home runs, and he's up to 358. I'm unclear why he is 3,700 uh, on DraftKings. Um, I don't know if somebody's dropping the ball there, but it's a anomaly that you might want to try to ride out as long as you can, as long as he stays ranked down that low. But in this lineup, you probably wouldn't want to do that. You probably wouldn't want to do that. If you're taking both sides of the well, somebody's going. It's not going to wind up 0-0, right? It's not going to wind up 0-0. You know that. So let's say you did throw Ramos in there. Then you're up to 3,900. You got 3 more slots left. You can definitely fill that lineup out. You can definitely fill that out. Um. So that's what I'm looking at, man. I'm looking at Casey as our lock. Um. You know, doing 2 different lineups. Casey with a lock on both of them, and then going with either spending up with Warwick or Yang, or going with Kim and getting some a double expensive lineup stacks with the Dinos and the Bears. So those are our options there. And I think that about covers it for what we're doing for tomorrow. I will finish out those lineups tonight. We'll review them tomorrow. We can hop. Let me see. Let's hop over. Looks like the looks like the race has not. No, the race is the white flag has not yet gone off in NASCAR, so there's nothing to check in on. I'm not sure if there's a delay there or what's happening. But we'll see. So yeah, that seems to be all that we have for right now. So tomorrow we'll review and review what happened here in NASCAR. Review what happens in Korean baseball. I think tomorrow the only thing we have on base would be Korean on base. Would be more Korean baseball for Friday. So maybe tomorrow we'll run through those 20. Nah, I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out tomorrow. Part of me wants to hold on to it until I have 20 tickets of a given type. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll burn through 20 tickets of whatever I got. We'll see. So that's going to be it for now, folks. I will talk to you soon. Again, if you happen to have popped in here, I'm going to be shooting the shit with Tiki and Ad Hoc over at Big Room Entertainment probably in about an hour. So you're welcome to stop over. Always appreciate more followers. Always appreciate questions, suggestions, thoughts, complaints, bets. anything. So take care, all. Have a safe rest of your Wednesday. Maybe see you later tonight, and if not, see you soon. Bye bye.